This is Marilee Bomediana of Radio Rizal Connect 100.9 FM and also from Sandigan Radio 88.1 FM to RDJ of Burwood. We are very, very happy to show you the spirit of Christmas. And with us right now is the local heroes here in Sydney, Australia. They are the multicultural donors of EverythingIT. That is computers, laptops, and desktops. They are giving it away to the community, and it's an amazing thing that's happening. I would like you to meet Miss Amanda Osborne.
Hello.
Hi, Amanda. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
All right. Let's have a look here. Great. Okay. Now, tell me, Amanda, how is it the feeling of Christmas? It's the joy, the feeling of joy, the giving that you always do every week.
And we get to do it every week. Every Friday between 4 and 7 p.m. we give a piece of tech away. So not just laptops and desktops, also mobiles, iPads, tablets, whatever comes in.
Yes.
That's what we give away.
All right. So this is an amazing concept. It is very good for the multicultural community.
Mm-hmm.
There's all different nationalities to experience that.
Everyone's invited. Everyone's included.
Yes.
Inclusive. Yep.
So Amanda, tell me, how did it all started?
It started with a $200 computer that Dan was looking to sell, and I shook my head and said, I don't know, it's going to cost you a lot, to the tire kickers, the wishy-washers, the negotiators, and then the complainers. And I said, maybe we should just give this away, and then we'll get the goodwill out of it.
How many years ago did it start?
It started in 2018. That May
Wow.
2018 was our first one, and it was that. So we gave away a computer with a monitor, keyboard, and mouse, and I think we had a few other things sort of ready to go.
And it feels so good, huh?
It does. I love giving things away. It's good for us. It's a bit of a selfish thing. It's good for us, but it's also good for the community to help people afford tech, and it's also good for the environment. So, if wherever we can, we're actually using parts. We give clients the option to include PIF parts. So, the device might be broken, but we can still strip it for parts, and then we'll say to clients, would you like to use a free part? So they get that benefit as well. But yes, giving a device away every week, it just helps lighten the load. And we try to give it to, like, you can't win again if you've already won before, and there are others who haven't won. So I track it using...
I won before.
You have.
I have a laptop, a Mac.
You've got
thank you for that.
Our pleasure.
That's amazing.
But you know what? It's not just us. We could not do what we do without the support of the local community. The businesses that support us. There's a couple of private schools. All of a sudden, we're like, hey, we're coming around. We've got 20 laptops. Actually, one school gave us over 40. I think about 10 or 12 didn't work, so they got stripped for parts, and the rest we just gave away. And when there's special things coming up, sometimes we'll do 2 at a time, or So it's great for us, it's great for the community, and it's great for the environment.
And I understand that Bankstown, was it a donor of desktop? It's Bankstown something. Was it a railway or?
I'm not sure.
One of the donors for desktops. They were giving away desktops from one of the organizations.
Right, I'm not familiar.
Yeah. Now, I think I would like to appeal to all those corporate companies who are updating their desktops.
Yes.
And they're throwing the whole lot.
Yeah, we have a thing called, it's like, don't throw it out, throw it to us. So I'm big on hashtags. In fact, the business name is a hashtag. I was using it as a hashtag. We had a slightly different name, and then one night I thought, I wonder if that name's available as a business name, and it was. So we rebranded from Itology IT to EverythingIT, which was really clear on everything that we do. It's, other than printers, we do everything IT.
EverythingIT is brilliant, amazing. The fact that when it goes to the rubbish, it just goes trash, and it'll just be broken into pieces.
Yep. And when you buy your new phone and you're leaving the store, and I don't know if they still have them, they did have them a while ago, but you've got the bins you can throw the phones into, they are just destroyed, totally destroyed. So last I knew, to be honest, that may have changed. But we really encourage people to remove their Apple IDs or whatever their ID is, unlock the phone, and then we will help you move across you can move all your data across to your new phone. Dan will help you do that for free. And then we can then pay the device forward. So that works for computers, laptops, tablets, whatever your tech is, Dan can help, and he does the transfer for free.
That is good news for a lot of companies and a lot of schools.
That too, yes. We often hear people say, "Oh, we've just upgraded all our stuff," and like, what'd you do with the old stuff? And they're like, "Oh, they just threw it out." And we're like, "Oh, we didn't know about you." It's like, well, you know about us now, so please think of this next time. And we actually had a client who bought us a whole bunch of things very recently. He goes into buildings that are being refurbished, and
I can imagine a hotel.
Yes, businesses, corporates, all of these guys, they're not necessarily, they're just leaving it in the trash to be gotten rid of. And wherever possible, our clients will say, "Hey, I've got my ute, we're bringing it for you." And we're like, "We'll make sure the garage is open." No problem.
And Dan doesn't mind. That's a lot of pressure for him and you.
We love it. We just love it. I come from a fairly long background of giving, and giving back to the community, and of family-wise, we've always got very community-minded, and but it's also our marketing strategy. It's one of the things we were doing around that time is we were spending nearly $250 a month on marketing that just was not working, and I said to Dan, "Why don't we put $250 a month into parts to fix some of these devices if we need to, and then give them away?" I said, it's a win-win, isn't it? And we're helping the environment. So we do think a lot about sustainability, given the irony that
hopefully you can claim it a bit on tax, so it's not too heavy on you.
Oh yes, whatever's tax deductible is written off.
Yes,
we play a very straight game. You don't mess with algorithms. You don't. Yeah. I'm a very honest person. I just like to do everything by the book, and then we and just giving away. It does. It makes me feel really good. It's quite a selfish feeling, actually.
So Amanda, the followers are looking at you right now.
Yeah.
All of those who won and got a laptop and desktop from you. Do you have a message to them this Christmas?
If you get anything new, you're upgrading. Don't throw it out. Throw it to us. And we hope you all have a really great, safe and relaxing break. We're closing on Monday night. Monday's 7 o'clock. We're wrapping up.
What date is that?
That is the 22nd.
Yep.
And then we reopen again on Friday the 2nd. So we're doing a PIF this Friday night. And it's a good one. So if you haven't got your gift yet and you've got a gamer in your house, definitely put your hand up. And because it's a really nice computer. We've saved it to last.
What else can they give? Can they also give old iPhones?
Yes, everything. You might think it's too old, but to us it has. You just can't possibly know what Dan will find valuable. Dan's also very much into retro computers, so and he's very much involved in the retro community. So if you've got anything, if in doubt, throw it to us, and what we can't strip for parts, we then we don't sell it. I don't think we sell it.
The parts of it you can use for others.
We use the parts, but whatever's left over goes to a scrapper, and then they break it all down. So as much as possible, we're trying to keep everything out of landfill, and then very good idea. As best we can, and we like to support locals. They support us. And I have another hashtag called Help Us Help Others.
Yes.
So EverythingIT, help us help others, and throw it to us. So yeah.
And also, let's focus on you.
Not me.
You your background is into communications. You are studying communications
I'm
right
studying
now?
communications. I've actually had a few careers. I'm turning 50 next year, and I've had 2 or 3 careers. So I've got a very strong background in administration, and I've got a financial planning background, and then I did a Bachelor of Digital Media, which I utterly loved. And then I realised that Bachelor of Communications wasn't that far out of my reach, so I decided to go for that, and it just kind of rounded me out. I felt like it's just communications is actually my passion.
It is a powerful
It took me until
area.
about 48 to realise that communications is my, it just makes me breathe, you know.
And Dan is shy, huh?
Dan is, yeah, but you know what? It's when you see him, he's so friendly, and like he's talking to everybody. Hey mate, how you going? The trolley guy, g'day mate, you know, and he's shaking everyone's hand. And does actually pre-COVID he used to shake everyone's hand. Post-COVID not so much, but and he's really honest and he's very approachable. My mum calls him the national treasure. So when your mother-in-law calls you the national treasure. And he's somebody who really loves his mum, so he's just a really good man. But he is a bit camera shy, and it's just a shame because I think he's a very good-looking fellow.
When I met Dan, I asked him. I said, "Why do you do this?" And he said, "I get to meet people."
Yes,
you know, and
yes.
he's very happy about it.
Yes. One-on-one, he loves meeting people. But yeah, when it comes to, and I'll admit I don't like being on camera either, but I can do it a bit easier than he can. So yeah, I'm not panicking here. It was like I didn't realise we were going to be on a camera. And
I could imagine this Christmas time. What would be your gifts for your kids? It would be computers too.
Our kids get $100 each for Christmas. That's how it's been. I used to spend, they were little, I'd spend about $100. And as they got older, I said to them, I can buy you the gifts and you can unwrap them Christmas morning.
Yes.
Or you can
Good idea.
have the money and go for the sales.
Yeah.
So the 2 eldest said, we'll have the gifts on the day. The youngest, who's a little more entrepreneurial, she's like, I'll go for the sales.
Right.
And these days we just give them $100 and they're also in their 20s, mid-late teens and 20s now. So
well, Amanda, you guys are the real local heroes.
Well, we appreciate that, but we couldn't be heroes without the community supporting us and the businesses that support us as well.
But the joy of giving is
Absolutely.
there. It's a Christmas feeling that is.
Yeah.
Whole year.
And we get to do it every week, so it is really good. And most of the time, people are really genuine. They're genuinely in need. We have had a couple of unscrupulous people. Nothing is ever perfect, but we try to keep it as fair as possible. And these days we actually have to ask for ID just to double check that the person is who they say they are.
Facebook sometimes has a different name, you know.
Yeah, but people will rock up saying I was this person,
and they're not,
and they lucked it. They were, I don't know if I can say the word, but it was very.
Did it happen?
Yeah, we had
someone collected for.
They happened to get it right. They rocked up saying, "Oh, I'm the winner's husband," or I'm not sure. I think it was the winner. I'm the winner's husband, and we happened to be expecting them around that time. It was a total fluke. This person took it, and then the person actually rocked up and said, "I'm here for my pay it forward," and we went, "What do you mean?" We gave that. Luckily, it was one of those laptops. We just said, "Here you go. Here's another laptop." We had a whole heap of them. So we do say to people, please bring your license, and if you're sending somebody, that's fine, but tell us their name.
It is a reality.
And they will have to show their ID as well. So,
right.
When we have surplus stuff, it's easy. But when we don't have surplus stuff, then that person will go back to the top of the list, and I say to them, okay, next time you put your hand up, you will win. So they might take 3 or 4 weeks to come back. They'll wait for something that they really want, and I'll go, okay, you won tonight, congratulations. And the process is very simple. All you need to do is say, yes, please, or may I be considered? And that's it.
That's all it is.
Nothing else. We learnt on the first...
Every Friday?
Every Friday, between 4 and 7 p.m. You go to facebook.com, and our handle is EverythingIT.
If they put a message before 4 o'clock, it's invalid.
It doesn't go up before 4 o'clock. It hits, I schedule it for 4 p.m. Sometimes I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm busy, so I will schedule. A lot of people actually don't know about scheduling on Facebook. If you don't know about scheduling, look into it. For businesses, it's really good. It's really helpful and handy. So it goes up at 4 o'clock, and then usually around 7, I close it. And it's obvious that it's closed because the photo goes to black and white, and it says this is closed. So look, I'm not too difficult about it. Sometimes there's a couple of stragglers, and if I haven't wrapped it up, I'll include them. But if it's wrapped, well, it's wrapped for the week. So
Now, the surname Osborne, is that English or Irish or American?
Do you know what? My Osborne is actually my stepdad. He's been with me since I was 1. So you want to talk about heroes? That man's my hero. And he's originally from Prussia. The family, Mum did our genealogy, and she found that they came from Prussia, to be honest. So I don't know much about other than that of Dad's side.
Did you say Prussia?
Yeah, Prussia, which doesn't exist anymore. I'm not sure where it is today. I would have checked it if I'd known you were going to ask that question. But there was a place called Prussia.
Do you know why? Because my husband is Persian and his mother is Russian, so I called him Prussian.
Oh, right. Fair enough. I haven't looked into that for a while, but yeah, I'm very proud to be an Osborne. I love my dad, and he's been my rock. You know, I come from a long line of strong women, both sides of the family. Long line of strong women, and strong men that love their women, and they love their wives and their daughters, and you know they've always wanted us to be strong. And my dad was no different. He just taught me how to be sassy.
What is your memories of Christmas when you were young? Did you have stockings, or what did you have?
We had, my dad made good money. He was an engineer, and my mum would go crazy with Christmas. And so we'd get Santa bags, and we're talking about the 80s. We actually had a chimney. We lived in Brisbane, and we had a chimney. And so we'd come out in the morning, and there'd be these huge bags just full of gifts. And of course, he didn't think anything of it because we didn't have social media back then. So
Way back?
yeah, back in the 80s. And but when my kids came along, I said to everybody, right, it's one gift from Santa, the rest is from Mum and Dad, Mummy and Daddy, whatever. So when they worked out that there wasn't a Santa, then they only lost one present, they didn't lose all of them, type things. Because that went on in our house for a while. It's like, you know, if we tell Mum we know, we won't get all these presents. I think it was my brother. He was quite a clever man.
Actually, it's a good idea to give them money, because then they can choose what they want.
They can, yes.
Rather than returning it or not liking it and keeping quiet about
But
it.
it also teaches them money handling skills.
Yes.
So not that I give them cash. It's well, these days I just transfer $100
In
to
the bank,
account.
yes.
But I used to just keep a tally, and up on the fridge I'd have the kids' names, and like
Well done.
the eldest two, theirs would be gone pretty quickly.
How many kids do you have?
Dan has one son, Kyle,
Yeah.
and I have 2 girls,
Right.
Isabel and Alex. So,
Right.
and as blended families go, we did pretty well, which was nice. So yeah, haven't had too many problems there. But with the kids, like Alex would still have $20 or $30, and it'd be February, and I'd be like, this is why I have to write it on the fridge, because otherwise I'd forget. There's just too many things, you know.
Yes. To keep them honest as well, remind them where they're at.
As long as the other two didn't come up and rub it off.
Kids are tricky.
Yeah, they can be. But Christmas for me, growing up, we did Christmas Eve with Granddad, my mum's dad, and he was another hero. He was, I say that I willingly live in his shadow. Like that man, what he achieved. And I feel if I could achieve just half of what he achieved, then I've lived a good life. So we'd spend Christmas Eve with him. We'd spend Christmas Day with Grandma, my mum's mum, and at our place, Grandma's place, or Auntie Jill's place. So we'd be in the pool, and then Boxing Day we'd go to my father. So my brother and I would go to see our father, and and the extended family there. So there's always a lot about family. But as we've gotten older, we've all kind of spread out a bit. So we were originally all Brisbane, and now I'm in Sydney. My sister and my parents are towards Melbourne. So these days it's about, and Dan's family's from the Fraser Coast. So it's about we go up first, and then I fly down, and then we all fly home, all converge home. We just have someone who's going to come and stay and look after our cat.
Yes.
So the place won't be empty, but it's, I think as best as you can. And it's not just about being with your family, it's about being with your friends and the community around you. There's a lady, I won't say her name because
you have now a lot of friends that be very thankful to you.
Yeah.
And they don't have a chance to thank you. And now they can see you here in Facebook, and they can thank you from there, Amanda.
Yeah, well, we're very grateful for everybody, and really grateful to you as well, Marilee, for bringing us in. When you won, I was right at the end of a study period, and you made the offer very quickly, and it took me 2 weeks to resurface. I'm very tunnel vision when I'm studying, and things get like I won't do the books for a month, and I'm like, I got to catch everything up. So it takes me a while to paddle back to the surface. And
you are studying radio journalism right now.
It's actually communication. So radio journalism was one of the units.
Yes. Would you like to have a shout out to your school?
Yeah, it's actually they just changed their name. It's becoming Adelaide University from next year. So we'll stick with that. And it's 100% online.
Wow.
Yeah, and the Bachelor of Digital Media was projects based, so there was no exams. Which I can do exams, but I really stress. Like I want to get a distinction or high distinction, and I become impossible to live with. So I was very glad that there weren't any exams.
You're very good in broadcasting.
Thank you. It's kind of
very, very inspiring.
Thank you. Well, that's my granddad coming out.
Oh, right.
He was a really good man, and he always gave back to the community. My grandmother too, actually, both of them, both my mum's parents. We're very giving.
Now, Amanda, I'd like to ask you some local questions. What do you love about Sydney? What part of Sydney would you like to bring your kids, like on a weekend or so?
Do you know what? We used to go to Roselle markets quite a lot. The kids are thrifters.
Yes.
Particularly Kyle and Alex.
Which market is that? Panania or?
No, the ones in at Roselle.
Yeah.
Roselle markets. They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit hard to get out as much because Dan still works on a Saturday, and then Sunday we just kind of chillax with each other. But I tend to take the kids if they're inclined to go out. They get to an age where they just want to stay in their rooms, like teenagers. But when they were younger, I used to just take them over to Cronulla Beach.
Right.
We'd go to the Nuns Pool, and there's a park right in front of the Nuns Pool. It's a cafe if you're not familiar with it. It's called the Nuns Pool because it used to be the Nuns Pool. There's a really great park right there, and then I'd be like, okay, let's walk in. It's quite a bit of a where I'd park was quite a walk in, and then we'd get a gelato and we'd
it's
walk
fun.
all the way
Family bonding, having a gelato. Yeah. It's fun. It's a lot of smiles.
Yeah, and what I actually like doing now, because all my kids are pretty good at photography, and I'm in the process of I want to set up a YouTube channel in about a year's time.
Wow.
And I'm going to call it 52 Stories.
Well done.
Yeah, so it's kind of like Australian story meets inspiration and reflective thoughts and things like that. And
I'd love to share it as soon as I can.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of in the process of collecting my thoughts on all of it. Because I just want it to be 5 to 7 minutes, no more. Just enough time to sit and have a break from work, eat something, and then get back into work and not get stuck. Some of the people I really love watching, they can be 2 hours, 3 hours, and I don't have that time.
Yeah.
So I want it to be very sort of short,
brief,
and sharp.
Yes.
And I've been taking the kids out and saying, okay, let's go get some photos. And anything at the moment, they can be blurry, they can be texture. I've got a great photo of Alex's fingertip she's doing this. I happened to get it. We actually used that photo in marketing. And yeah, I like to take them. And then they're like, oh yeah, you'll get paid. I buy them lunch. They're at this age where they're like food. They let me pay them in food. It's not going to last much longer. I know they're going to be like, could you, hey Mum, I don't want a $20 lunch. Can you give me $50? I'm like, yes, I can actually.
Now, speaking of Dan, why did he like IT? Did he mention?
It's like me in communications.
Yeah.
He was just born to do it.
Yeah.
He grew up with, what's it called? Commodore 64, I think. I think that was his first computer. I think.
Right.
But that general area, and he just, like a duck to water, he just loved it. And that's all he ever wanted to do. He was really happy. And then he worked for quite some time for other people, and then he started to branch out on his own. So Dan and I actually met when we were 18.
Wow!
But we were just friends, and we didn't start seeing each other until we were 38. So we had...
Wow, that's a long time!
It was, and we'd lost touch for about 7 years. And then I think it was a thing called schoolfriends.com.
Right.
I happened to go on it, and he...
Just like Facebook, huh?
Yeah, it was the precursor to Facebook, I think. And he found me, and then we just rekindled our friendship. And then by the time I was 38, I'd been separated for about 12 months, and I was like zero dating. Like I had little girls, like, and I needed to just get myself back together, and it was a sudden separation. I didn't really see it coming. And Dan, he'd married, and he was divorcing. But yeah,
it's called fate.
Well, here's the funny thing. When we met, he took one look at me, and he's like, I'm going to marry her.
Oh,
and I took one look at him, looking at me, going, I'll be barefoot and pregnant by the time I'm 20. And I had a boyfriend, and I don't fool around. So it was I just put him in the...
It was tough for him at that time.
Yes, I'm sorry, babe. But, we became who we were meant to be. Like, he was from a small country town where I was not going to stay long term. My parents moved back to Brisbane, and I wasn't ready to stay in Maryborough type thing. And more because there's just not as much opportunity, particularly back in the 90s.
Now, Dan is watching. What is the best thing you love about Dan?
Oh, what do I love about Dan? Well, I can't say that publicly. We've been together for 11 years now, and we're still really, really in love. Like, we still... it's like we're 18-year-olds and we've just met,
So he's got a good sense of humour.
He has a good sense of humour, but he's also a really good man. He's a kind man.
I can see that.
He loves my girls like they're his girls, but he's never tried to replace their dad. And I think that's a really important quality that step-parents miss.
Yes.
And in all fairness, a lot of people haven't step-parented before, so they don't know. They're doing the best
It's not
that they
easy.
can.
It's not easy at all.
But trying to replace a parent who's still very much in the picture is not the way to build relationships.
Correct.
With children.
Correct. And never bad-mouthing the previous partner.
Yes, well, we did our best, but that got a bit ugly, unfortunately. But and it was a shame because it didn't have to. Like, I was happy to all just get along. But it is what it is, and it's very much I'm very much somebody who's about the journey. And
do you know that I met my husband May 5, 2005, and got married in July 6. That's 10 weeks.
Wow.
10 weeks.
Yes.
We met.
Yes. Well, Dan and I took 21 years to get married.
Wow.
Something like that.
What?
But we...
Slow but sure.
Slow but sure. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. We got together in 2014. I mean, I had been separated for about 12, 13 months at that stage. But he nearly died.
Wow.
On the... I think it was the 13th or 14th of March. It was the day my granddad passed, actually. 16th of March, I think, and I was distracted. So 2014, he nearly died. And a couple of months later, I said to him, what more does the universe have to do to you to get you to make some changes in your life? He wasn't happy, and he was just kind of... He wasn't ready to upset the apple cart type thing, but he was not happy. But he's a really loyal man, and he loves his kids. His ex-wife had twins, and he was with those girls since they were 2. They call him dad. They call him every day, like 2-3 times a day. So he's very close to his stepdaughters as well. So yeah, I think that one of the best qualities about Dan is his loyalty and his honesty. He will say to people, look, it's going to be cheaper for you to go through Apple or Samsung to fix your phone. I can't. It's going to be cheaper. So, do check that out. And that's what brings people back, because he's so honest. And a funny story, when he first started coming down to Sydney, because he's from the country and he's always shaking hands with people.
What country?
Oh, sorry.
Whereabouts?
So Maryborough, like
Okay.
he's from the country.
Yeah.
And like a regional centre. And he said to me on this day, he goes, people keep staring at me funny. And I said, oh, that's because you keep interacting with them. Like they're not expecting it, And I said, babe, you just got to keep being you, because it makes people look up.
City folks.
and they're like, oh, g'day, mate. Like, yeah, thanks. Like, yeah, I do feel better. And like we did our shop this morning, and he's saying hello. I will smile, like, hello, but I won't say anything. And then he's like a second behind me, and he's like, g'day, how you going? He talks to everyone. He will help everybody. He's just a really giving person. So, and very, very good at what he does.
Now, the children, has anyone taken IT at all?
No. They are the users of technology. They're very good users of technology. And we are a decked out house.
But they have learned the trade.
No. They my eldest has just finished high school. She's a really good artist, actually. She's very talented, like my brother. And she can do anything she wants, but it won't be IT. My youngest is really into fashion, and I thought she'd make a really good costume designer.
Right.
So we'll see what happens there. And Kyle is Kyle's 23, I think, and he's actually level 2 autistic.
Right.
So he's very verbal, but he's very much into movies and making his own costumes and his own content, and he's very clever. He's very, very good at it. But IT, none of them have gone, hey, Dan, can I learn this? Or Dad, can I learn this? It's like, no, Dad, can you fix this for me? Or Dan, that's what my girls will say to them. For me, it's like, babe, I need your help.
Typical girls.
Yeah.
They can rub you with their little finger, huh?
Oh, and our
Sometimes.
cat, oh my gosh, that cat, I won't hear from her. I'll be up like for 2 hours, I won't hear boo out of her. He walks in the room and she's meow.
I saw the cat right there. I thought it's very nice.
Yeah, well, she's a little calico that we got as a rescue. Can't remember now, maybe about 2018, 7 years ago.
Wow,
So,
that's nice.
yeah,
That's part of the family now. You're used to it.
She's our fur baby. We weren't able to have our own child,
Right.
not for want of trying. It just didn't happen.
When you go on holidays, you have to leave them with someone.
We have a friend who will come and stay at the house,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
and be there for
Nice.
her. And the friends, she's like, yeah, no problem, I'll come house sit. And
Now back to the corporate sponsors that could be watching right now.
Yeah.
Can you directly give a message to them?
well, if you're updating your tech and you're not going to sell or have a purpose for the tech that you're updating, then consider sending it to us. Throw it our way. Because, like I said, we've just finished number 812 for Pay It Forward, and it's super helpful for us to get those sorts of things. We received 40 laptops, 6 a year ago. I'm not quite sure now. It was maybe 9 months ago, and that kept us going for about 30 weeks.
Can you give your email and your mobile?
Yes. The phone number is 0437 237 770. And the email is info@everythingit.tech, which is TECH.
Should they address it to Amanda and Dan, or what do you want?
Maybe just address it, put a reference of Pay It Forward, tech, or just make it obvious.
Yeah.
And or PIF, PIF contribution, something like that. So in
Yeah.
case it goes through to the junk mail, we can easily see that that's actually a genuine email.
Can they just drop it directly to your office?
We'd rather not,
No.
because sometimes people
I'm at home.
will leave something and then we think it's a PIF, and then we find out that it's actually a job.
So you need to ask. We need to have a confirmation with them and face to face
have a
as
chat.
to what it is.
Have a chat with Dan. Oh no,
Yeah.
look, even if it's broken or you're not sure about it, chat with Dan first, and then he'll just make a time and an approximate time. Like, you know, I'll just pop around Tuesday afternoon at 4:00, or you know, around that time. Our office hours are 9 to 5:30 Monday to Friday, and 10 till 3 on Saturday.
There you go, my friends. That is Dan and Amanda Osborne.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's actually Dan Gassman and Amanda Osborne. Yeah.
All right.
I kept my maiden name.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate your time. And Merry Christmas and stay safe. And we'll see you in the new year.
Thank you.
Thank you.